Welcome to Jagged Little Edge, where I give you a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Conversation with friends, family, and loved ones. I thought I'd take you guys and get to know me a little bit better on my journey to work. And I've been getting a lot of messages of people want to know what I do for a living. So I'm going to take you to work with me today. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to Jagged Little Edge. Welcome back to Jagged Little Edge. I am Jagged Little Edge, aka Tyrone. I thought I'd get to know you guys, my new family, better, and I've been getting a lot of messages on Facebook, Instagram, especially TikTok, on what do I actually do for a living. So I thought I'd take you on a ride and explain to you guys what I do for a living, and for you guys to get to know me a little bit better and get to know, for me to get to know my family, my new family on YouTube a little bit better. Now, I'm not going to be looking at that camera all the time because I'm driving. We don't want any accidents. So if I'm not looking at the camera, then I am paying attention to the road. So I'm going to start off with my business. I do have my business. I've been having my business since 1994. It's not a glamour business. It's my God, it has done me well throughout the years, where I was able to take care of my two boys and be there for them during the hours that I want to. I got to choose my own hours and all that good stuff. So what I have is a cleaning business. I started out in janitorial, and that was quite successful. I didn't get into the home cleaning until I want to say 96 is when I started into private home cleaning. And how I got into that, when I first started my janitorial service at the time, I had, if you live in Colorado, you know that it's downtown. It's downtown Lodo is a very popular place downtown, and I basically had that sold up with little bitty contracts here and there. I had one big contract that I got from a friend of my brother's. Reached out to me because he was tired of doing it and said, I would like to talk to the owner of it was a sports bar at that time. And he said, I would like to introduce you to him and see, I transfer the contract over to you and you'll take over from there. And that was my big contract once I got that. And I do want to give a shout out to Everett. It's my brother's friend who got me my first big contract downtown. So once I got that going, and I already had little small ones then, and then Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, the first one came to Colorado, and the first one opened up downtown in Lodo, and I had I bid it on that contract and I got it. But in the meanwhile, at this time, I have 18 employers working for me, and I have a sales rep, and that would go out and I would teach them how to bid on the contracts. And so I had to go in there because at the time it was my brother he didn't listen, so we were a little bit underbidded. So by the time I went to talk to the guy who was opening up Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, I got the numbers up to where I need to be, where I can pay everybody and still make a little bit of a profit off of that contract. And so the guy really took to me, and he was here from, I want to say, Atlanta, just to open up the restaurant, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, just to get that going. And then he was going to go back, but he had brought his wife down and her kids, and they were renting a home here in Colorado while he was doing it, but they was going to be here a good 6 months. Even after it opened, he wanted to make sure it was running right. And so he liked the way I ran my business, and so he asked me that I do private homes, and I said no, I don't. And I know there's totally difference in cleaning in private home and house cleaning. House cleaning is very, very detailed, and so I said, give me a good 2 weeks. And so what I did was I went over and got hired on a cleaning service called Merry Maids, just to learn different techniques of cleaning homes, because our janitorial is just basically dusting, trash, vacuuming. It's not really detailed like house cleaning is. So I went to Merry Maids right away. They put me team captain, and I became team captain. That's like supervisor, manager of your group that you are going out with to clean home. So they put me on that right away because I already had experience in janitorial. So I picked up fast and I learned fast. So within that 2 weeks, a lot of the clients had started requesting my team that I was leading to come back to their homes. And so I got wind of that. So what I did was I would, in between homes, Merry Maids would give you a sheet on what it costs to clean a home, because I had no idea I had to bid on homes. So Merry Maids would give you a sheet of what they were charging to have the house cleaned by that company. So I would go and make copies through grocery stores that had copy machines. I would go make copies of the things, and I would study the pricing, the time it took to clean a home, and all that stuff. So I said, oh, I have an idea. So in the meantime, I started making business cards for the house cleaning, and I would pass them out to especially the clients that requested me and only wanted me to clean their homes. And so I would tell them, well, this is going to be my last day. You can reach out to me. We can set up a schedule where I can start cleaning your homes. And so I did do that. A lot of them followed me from Merry Maids to my cleaning service, home cleaning. So I kind of let my brother run the janitorial thing, because I wanted to get out of janitorial, because you don't really make a lot of money in janitorial cleaning. So the money is in house cleaning. So I wanted to get out of that, but keep my two biggest janitorial contracts, so they were really bringing in the money for me. And eventually I did that, and so got rid of all of them except the two. Sophie Smith was a sports bar, and then Ruth Chris Steakhouse. And so I started cleaning the guy's house, and then they eventually moved back to Atlanta. But I had built a base just by me working at Merry Maids. At least 6 people followed me over there to my business. So I quit working for Merry Maids, and then I got rid of Sophie Smith, and then I said, well, let me get into the house cleaning more, because the money is great in housekeeping. Like it's you can really make some really good money. And so I finally got rid of Chris Steakhouse, and then started with full-time in on my business, and it grew so fast just by word of mouth. I really didn't have to do a lot of advertising for my cleaning service. Just word of mouth. Friend told a friend, told a friend, told a friend, and it just got like that. But before we got in, before it got to blow up the way it did, I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't have a hard time getting into it, because at the time I was with my kid's mother, and she is French and Arabic, so she looks Caucasian, and they were not letting a black man into their homes. Only the ones who was letting me in at the time was the ones that came for me and knew me from Merry Maids. So what I did was we didn't mention that we were married, and I put her out in front like she was the owner and was running the business, and I was a trainer that she was training. And then people would start letting me into their homes, because they weren't asking me for a driver's license or background checks, and wasn't asking her for a damn thing. And so I was like, wow. And so, I would be okay with that if they was asking her for her information as well. But no, they were just asking me for the information. So once we got that, we picked up contract, and then people really got to know my personality, got to know me. People really fell in love with me, and so I was able to now just be in the front of my business and get contracts with no problem. With my skin color, and it was really. It was both. It was me being black and me being male, because you don't have a lot of males in this business. It's mostly females who do the house cleaning. And I got into it because my dad was in the military, and he was very strict on how we kept our rooms, how we made our beds. So cleaning really was a release, stress release for me. So I really enjoyed it. So I figured, why not make money off of what I enjoy doing? And so, fast forward past where I am running the business by myself, and I never hired anyone outside family to do the house cleaning with me, because that was my name, and I know people have sticky fingers. So my sons used to go with me, and I would pay them like they were employees, and I would just deposit their weekly checks into their account. And people are like, why you do that? Them your kids, they supposed to know. It teaches them to get out and learn how to work for their stuff. So I did that, and my business just kept growing like crazy. And I think right now I've cut back a lot because I am getting older, and it wears and tear on the body with the bending and up and down, up and down. So right now I got 17 clients, and the ones that I'm going to today is at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. But here in Colorado, I don't know about the other Ritz-Carlton. Here in Colorado, you have the hotel part of the Ritz-Carlton, and then you have the side where you can buy. They have turned them into condos, and you can buy those, and a lot of people own those. And these are the clients that two of the clients I'm going to today at the Ritz-Carlton. But a lot of my clients are in Laurie, here in Colorado, in Cherry Creek, in Denver Tech, and so the rest of them are over there. But the majority of them now is in the Ritz-Carlton. I started out with one client in the Ritz-Carlton, and I've been doing him for 12 years now, and then he has spread the word, and now I have 7 at the Ritz-Carlton, then the rest are outside of the Ritz-Carlton. And it's beautiful condos, and the people are nice. So like I said, the clients that I have now, I have gotten rid of all the ones that were disrespectful and tried to take advantage of me. And people always tend to look down on people who do janitorial work or cleaning work. But one thing I said from the time I go in to give a bid for your place, these are the things I will not tolerate, and that is at the door when I go in there. Take it however. You are not going to. This is what I'm not going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And so a lot of people respect me for that. It's right at the door. Hello, I'm so-and-so and so-and-so. Show me around. They show me around. They tell me what they want out of it, and then I explain to them what I will and will not tolerate me giving you my service. And I can tell you, a lot of people really appreciate that about me. And I've learned through the years, they might be 10 no's. I'm not going to hire you, but there's always one that's going to give you what you are worth. And you always charge what you are worth, no less. You charge because somebody is going to pay what you feel you are worth. And so, there was at the beginning, there was a lot of no's, but I stuck to my price that I was charging. And back then, I was charging, I think, $20 an hour, and now. That's none of y'all business how much I charge, but I charge a lot more, for what I do now. And it costs to do what I do. So, and I still not where the Merry Maids are and stuff. And I will never get up to that price because I always can. People are always willing, even the richest people, they are always willing to save a buck here and there. I have learned that by dealing with, because my clients are very, very well off. So I've always learned that, and they're very smart. They know when you are overcharging them because they have money. They know it, and so they will. So you have to be fair with them, but you also have to be fair with yourself and charge what you are worth. Always, in everything you do, you always receive what you feel you are worth, and that is so important to learn. So I learned that early on in this business. And so yeah, I've been doing this since 1994, and now it is 2023, and I'm still going. I'm probably going to do it for another 3 years, and then I'm going to do an early retirement. That way I can spend more time with my husband and my son, and we can just travel. But even when I retire, well, I'm not going to say a full retirement. I'm going to keep the biggest homes that I have, and the ones that I have the long, because I do have one that I started with, that came with me from Mary Mays since 96, came with me since 96 with Mary Mays. I started the cleaning business in 94, but I started doing home cleaning in 96. And they have been with me the whole time, so we have watched our kids grow up. They got grandkids now, and so we are extremely close. And so, like, besides the ones at the Ritz, there's only one that I've been there. It's been 12 years since that happened, but a lot of them are fairly 5 years, 6 years. They're not as, haven't been with me as long as the rest of them have. And even when I went through COVID, when COVID was around and we was shut down, my clients were still paying me like I was working for that whole 2 years, sending me monthly checks in like I was still working. And if that's not telling you that I am blessed and highly favored by the man above, because I was really like stressed at the beginning, like, what am I going to do? I have no income coming in. We have, we haven't had adopted, sir, but we was fostering, sir, with no money coming in. And my clients just said, like, don't you worry about it. We would still pay the monthly rate that we just, and checks was just coming in. And they did that for 2 years before I went back to work. So I owe them all a thank you, and I appreciate each and every one of them. They are so kind to me, and they're so nice to me, and they make sure my family is taken care of, and they just love Sir L and Famous, and of course they know my son, because a lot of them grew up with him, so they know him as well. I'm still doing it. I'm going to do it for another 2 to 3 years, and then I'm going to semi-retire, and then do retirement, and then I don't know, and hopefully by then our Rude Boy 303 business has picked up, and can continue. We can do that, and that can be income coming in as well. So that's what we're working on now, is getting that off the ground. This will be our first business together, Famous and I. So I'm quite curious on how that is going to work, because a lot of people are like, oh, I can't work with spouse and family and stuff. I believe we'll be okay. We both know our strengths and everything, so I think Rude Boy 303 is going to be a huge success for us. So I'm not really stressed out about that. That's just me giving y'all a little insight on me and my business. It's not a fabulous job, it's not a glamorous job, but my God, today it has taken care of my family for many, many, many years. As a matter of fact, I have bought 4 homes out of this business. My first home I have built from the ground up through this business. So you can make a lot of money in the janitorial business. It doesn't take much to get it started. And janitorial and house cleaning. What it doesn't is take word of mouth. You get one client and you knock that place out, and you make sure that place is, when they walk in there, it is a showroom, and everything's in its place. Trust me, they have passed the words, because their friends are always looking for someone to clean their house, and they always want someone they can trust, and that is the key thing. Like, I am a 6-foot black man, and I got keys and codes to some of the biggest homes here in Colorado, and can come and go as I speak in their homes. Even when they're out of town, they have me go by and check on the home or clean the home when they're gone. Still pay me to go in there and dust and keep it clean because they trust me so much to be in their homes, and I would never ever take that for granted. Like the way you treat people is so important that people will give you that utmost respect. Even going back to my brother's friend that reached out to me to take over the first contract, my first big contract, he saw the way I moved through life and really knew that I would take over that contract and give it good service. So it's always important to just give your all and just your best at everything you do. You never know who's watching you while you're doing that. So yes, that's a little insight of what I do. I do house cleaning, and I've been doing it for a very, very long time, and love every minute of it because I just love when people come home and they give me a call and they like, thank you, my house looks so beautiful. I don't even want to walk on the carpet. I don't want to do anything. So it makes me feel good that I make somebody feel happy from a long day at work, and they come home and they don't have to worry about cleaning or anything like that. So once again, I want to thank you guys for accepting and showing me so much love here on YouTube. And I want to give a shout out to my Facebook, my Instagram. My Facebook is Anthony Renty. I have two. And the other one is Anthony Tyrone Renty. My Instagram is 303 Rude Boy. And my TikTok is Rude Boy 303. Now, TikTok, y'all love me on TikTok, but y'all want to get y'all butts over here and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Y'all act like I'm asking y'all to buy tickets. It's just a click away. Click over to YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, and share. It's free. Y'all cut that out. Y'all claim y'all love me so much on TikTok, and y'all do. Y'all show me so much love over there. Get y'all butts on over here to YouTube and show me some love. Thank you guys for watching. For Jagged Little Edge. Until next time, bye.
Jagged Little Edge.